Hello, welcome to the news on Lagos Television. I am Bababumi Agbibi. The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ordered the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disasters Management and Social Development, Sadiya Umar Farouk, to account for payments of 729 billion naira to 24.3 million poor Nigerians for 6 months. The court also ordered the former minister to provide the list and details of the beneficiaries who received the payments, the number of states covered, and the payments per state. The judgment was delivered by Justice Dende Dikpeolu following a Freedom of Information suit brought by the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP. In his judgment, Justice Dikpeolu held that the former minister is compelled by the provisions of the Freedom of Information Act to give information to any person. The judge also ordered the minister to explain the rationale for paying 5,000 naira to 24.3 million poor Nigerians, which translates to 5% of Nigeria's budget of 13.6 trillion naira for 2021. The Sokoto State Governor Ahmed Aliyu has ordered the local government and local government education authority officials to return the diverted 30,000 naira salary gifts given to workers in the state or face serious consequences. The governor gave the warning while addressing a crowd of well-wishers and supporters at the government house in Sokoto following a successful Hajj exercise. He expressed dismay over the nefarious attitude of some finance officers, especially at the local government level, who denied its staff of the 30,000 naira approved as salary gifts by the state government. The governor further charged all heads of agencies where such corrupt tendencies were perpetrated to hasten the compilation of all the affected workers and ensure they are refunded. He also assured the people of the state of his administration's determination to ensure accountability, transparency, and the prudent management of public funds for the good of all. The Corporate Affairs Commission (CAC) has announced the extension of the deadline for registration of all point of sale operators (POS) by an additional 60 days. According to the Commission, the extension period, which begins from July 7, 2024, today, to September 5, 2024, is to allow operators, especially those in remote areas who might have encountered network glitches, to register. Recall that the Commission had earlier in May 2024 given a deadline of July 7, 2024. However, in a post on its X handle today, it's noted that the registration will now end in September. The Commission, however, warned that operators who fail or refuse to register at the end of the extended deadline run the risk of losing such businesses and prosecution for aiding and abetting criminal activities. Speaking earlier in May, the Registrar General, Chief Executive Officer CAC Hussein Imagaji said timeline to register their agents, merchants and individuals with the Commission was in line with legal requirements and the directives of the Central Bank of Nigeria. He stressed that the action was equally backed by Section 863, subsection 1 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA 2020, and the 2013 CBN Guidelines on Agent Banking. In France, voting has opened for parliamentary runoff election, which will be decisive in determining its political future that might see the far right become the largest bloc in parliament for the first time. Voting began at 8 a.m. in France this morning and will close between 6 p.m. in rural areas and 8 p.m. in big cities. About 30,000 police, including 5,000 in Paris, were deployed across the country ahead of the voting. The elections could leave France with its first far-right government since the Nazi occupation during World War II if the National Rally wins and its 28-year-old leader, Jordan Bardella, becomes prime minister. The party came out on top in the previous week's first-round voting, followed by a coalition of center-left, alt-left, and Green parties. President Emmanuel Macron's centrist alliance came in third place. Macron called the snap elections 3 years in advance after his political alliance was trounced in June's European Parliament elections, a gamble which many observers believe backfired. And that's all for On the News, but for more news, do connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. A quick reminder to call Lagos toll-free lines 767-112 in case of emergencies. Many thanks for watching. I am Bababumi Agbibi. Plan to join us again at 2.